Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Thursday evening inside Castleton here at Central Cass High School. This is our modified pregame show brought to you in part by Olson Accounting, where the Central Cass Squirrels and alongside the Lisbon Broncos match up here tonight for boys basketball. Central Cass at 5-2 on the season, 2-0 in the region, fresh off a win against the Wahpeton Huskies back on January the 5th here in Castleton, 61-57. Well, for Jason Coonsey and the Lisbon Broncos, their 7-game win streak to open up the year was snapped out of the hands of the number 1 rated team in the state in Division A back on Monday in Lisbon, where they fell to the Kinder Vikings 73-45. In this series between these two teams, Lisbon went 2-1, winning the regular season games in Lisbon by 2 points, and then last year here in Castleton by 6 points. Central Cass won the Region 1 quarterfinals 60-57 back on March the 10th, the last time they played at the Shack in Fargo. Since the 3-division system, Lisbon is 3-2 against Central Cass when it comes to boys basketball. We'll take a quick timeout. We come back after this. We'll get to our starting lineups, also some of the matchups coming up here on yourliveevent.com.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose. That's how we're evolving healthcare, by treating people, not just patients, with innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care. Guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartment. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
As we continue here on the pregame show, brought to you in part by Olson Accounting here in this one. Take a look at the Region 1 standings. Central Cass and Kindred coming into tonight at 2-0 in the region. Oak Grove at 2-1, followed by Lisbon and Wahpeton, respectively, tied for 4th. Wahpeton at 2-2, Lisbon at 1-1. Northern Cass is 1-3-6, and Valley City at 0-3 here in region play. Your out-of-town scoreboard tonight, Wahpeton at Kindred. From there, you have Oak Grove at Valley City, and Northern Cass is idle here this evening. So that's a look at your latest region standings and also your out-of-town scoreboard. Latest Division A basketball poll in the state. The Kinder Vikings with 15 first-place votes. Number 1, Four Winds Milwaukee. Number 2 with one first-place vote. Central Cass number 3 with Shiloh Christian 4, and the Beulah Miners at number 5 here in Division A basketball, with Wahpeton and Devils Lake receiving votes. That does it for our modified pregame show here tonight, brought to you in part by Olson Accounting. If you need help with your accounting or your payroll, or to get ready for the upcoming tax season, let Cindy and her staff at Olson Accounting give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for all your tax and accounting requests. Go to colsoncpa.com. That again is colsoncpa.com. We come back after this, starting lineups and the opening tip. That is next here in Castleton for Division A Region 1 boys basketball.
Running a business is tough, but your accounting doesn't have to be. Let Olson Accounting check all the boxes. From taxes, payroll, business services, and professionalized financial guidance, all tailored to fit your requests. Whether you're a small business owner or just need help at tax time, trust Olson Accounting for professional, reliable service every time. Visit colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon is the premier building supply headquarters in southeastern North Dakota. They have it from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell. With their large inventory and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. That's rbclisbon.com, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Stock Growers Bank is proud to celebrate 125 years of service, and they built a legacy of trust and commitment to the local communities. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith can help achieve your goals and grow your business with confidence. Here's Zach Maralt on his experience.
We tried a few different lenders before purchasing our building, and we eventually ended up going to see Wyatt, who I already personally knew anyways. He made the purchasing process easy. We pretty much had an answer that day, pushed all our accounts there, and it's a great experience.
As we come back here on the on the pregame show, let's take a look at our starting lineups. Cameron Cordero here for the Lisbon Broncos at 7-1 on the season. Cordero averaging 15 points per game. Colby Mouse, the 5'11 senior, with Owen Gilbert, the 6'4 senior forward, averaging 7 points and 6 boards. Hayden Anger, the 6'6 junior forward, averaging nearly a double-double of 14 and 9. And Sully Kelson, the 6' sophomore forward, 5 points and 5 rebounds. Cordero, Mouse, Gilbert, Anger, and Kelson. Lisbon head coaches Jason Kunze, averaging 54 points defensively, giving up 43 points per contest. For the Central Cass Squirrels and head coach Matt Norman at 5-2 in the season, 2-0 in the region, averaging 73 points per game defensively, giving up 59 points per contest. Easton Holland, the 6'4 junior forward, with Cash Lorenz, the 6' junior. You have Andrew Zemer, the 6'1 sophomore, followed by Keegan Peterson, the 6'1 senior, and Cole Boer, a 6'2 sophomore. Again for Central Cass, Holland, Lorenz, Zemer, Peterson, and Boer here for the Central Cass Squirrels in their white attire, while for the Lisbon Broncos in their black uniforms. Chase Miller with you here for game number 2 of our doubleheader as we get you ready for Division A boys basketball here in this one. Ryan Gellner will do the honors here in the center circle. Opening tip at 7:30 here tonight in Castleton for part 2 of our twin bill. 4 8-minute quarters with a 35-second shot clock goes up on the board, and we'll get you ready for this contest here between the Broncos and the Squirrels, as the opening tap is going to be won and eventually tipped by Holland, as they'll see this in the hands of Andrew Zemer. Zemer will see this at the right wing as they're able to leave it right-handed side as this goes to Holland. Holland to Cash Lorenz. Lorenz to the baseline as this one works its way left wing. Now to Peterson. Peterson finds it to Boer. Boer near sideline will give it to Holland. Easton with a couple of dribbles back in his defender, down back to Boer. You have to hedge out on him. He shoots nearly 50% on the season from the three-point line. Cash Lorenz will get tripped up. No foul called as that was inadvertent, as the Lisbon Broncos will go the other side with the basketball. Lisbon able to get the rebound with Hayden Anger. Anger able to spin on the inside, high off the window, good for 2. And the opening 2 points on the Bank North scoreboard will be 1 here for the Lisbon Broncos. As Central Cass, right-handed side with Zemer, will play this one up top to Holland. Holland, top of the key, 3 for the answer. That goes long. Rebound, though, to Boer. Boer finds it right-handed side to Peterson. Back up top to Zemer here. As Zemer crossing over, dribble pullback, this for the lead, 3-pointer, that's long off the iron. Loose ball here for Holland. Holland banging with it on the interior, up and in for 2. Good board here for Easton Holland as we're tied at 2 apiece. Full court token pressure defense now as the Broncos able to see this one in the front court. As they go between the rings, right-handed side will see this to the near side to Sully Kelson. Kelson step through over Holland, up and in for 2. Sully gets the opening 2 points of the contest here for the Lisbon Broncos. This one goes to Cole Boer. Boer left-handed side will find it to Holland. Holland left wing, free throw line extended back to Boer. Hedging out here, Cole. Dribble pull back, 17-footer up off the back of the rim. No, look at the rebound, though, by Zemer on the inside. And Zemer finds it to Holland, up and in for 3. Easton Holland 5, the Lisbon Broncos 4, and Zemer gets the assist and the board. Broncos bringing in the front court as they do. They'll leave this one off with Colby Mouse. Handling this on the inside is Kelson. Kelson throws it up. No ball gets deflected, and Cash Lorenz will come away with it. They're face guarding Cordero early in this game for head coach Matt Norman, trying to not allow him to get going in this first half of play. Couple dribbles right to the paint. Left-handed layup up and in here for Andrew Zemer. Good take for the Squirrels, and the sophomore guard here for Zemer, who's on the guard as well of the aforementioned Cordero, as this one makes its way in the front court for the Lisbon Broncos. Bounce pass up top, Kelson. Sully with it, wraparound pass left wing to Gilbert. Gilbert looking for the tie, left wing 3, up and in. Owen Gilbert with the triple. That's our second tie of the quarter. As Zemer will bring it up the floor, able to see this one to Holland, left wing. Back to Cash Lorenz. Lorenz with a couple of dribbles. Right-handed side as they weave this way to Peterson. Peterson back to Holland. Right wing. Lorenz will tee up a three-pointer. That'll go long. Rebound tipped, and eventually Peterson trying to save it and looking to throw it off a shin, and he does, of Kobe Mouse. We'll see this one for Keegan Peterson, and eventually the loose ball will make its way towards Central Cass. So nicely done here for the Central Cass Squirrels, able to see that one and get a second crack at it, as they will see it with Boer. Boer able to wrap it around to Holland. Holland will rise, three-pointer up and in. Easton Holland now with 8, his second made 3, and the Central Cass Squirrels lead it by 3 on the Bank North scoreboard. For the Lisbon Broncos, they will handle this front court as they see it now to the right of the key. Kelson finds it to Anger. Anger with the step through, bounce pass right-handed side to Cordero. Cordero gives it back to Anger to the baseline here. This one shot fake on the way for Owen Gilbert inside. Kelson up and short. A loose ball will eventually go to Cash Lorenz, as Lorenz trying to beat everybody down the floor. Right-handed layup, and there's a foul. Lorenz will head to the free throw line. Cash with 2 rebounds so far in this contest. Foul assist here on Kobe Mouse, his first, team's first of the opening quarter play. Those free throws be on the way here for Cash Lorenz. As Lorenz on the season at the stripe, shooting 2. That's to make it a 2-possession game. Lorenz on the first one up and in. Second free throw attempt on the way here for Cash to try to make it a 5-point lead here for Central Cass. Free throw attempt number 2 also up and in, as Cash becomes the third different player in the scoring column. Cordero will handle the ball now at the point guard position as they bring in the front court, takes the ball screen. Cordero with the pass on the inside. Kelson, drive kick, right pocket 3 is up, in and out, no good off the attempts here by Anger. Eventually thrown in on the inside for Owen Gilbert, as Gilbert able to see that one go up and in for 2. As Lisbon Broncos are back within a possession, down by 3. Left wing, Peterson drives, kicks, open, right pocket, Zemer 3, book it. Andrew Zemer now with 5, 15-9. Broncos will handle this with Cameron Cordero. Cordero at the left of the key, double team coming. This one works up top, good hands by Peterson as the ball goes out of bounds, as remains Central Cass to play a little defense. Time on the floor will break as well. 3:28 left to play in the first quarter. Central Cass leads it by 6.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting section, and check out their different paint mixing options from Benjamin Moore, Clark and Kensington, and Royal. From their grills to Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to the customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware. High school basketball here today. Time on the floor brought to you in part by Taupe Insurance. Get in touch with Ryan at Taupe Insurance by giving them a call at 701-347-4045 at Taupe Insurance, as the Lisbon Broncos will see this one with Cordero. Cordero in the front court at the top of the key, guarded by Lorenz. Leaves it right-handed side with the basketball as this one gets worked right wing to Hayden Anger. Anger banging with it on the interior. Leaves it left-handed side to Kobe Mouse. Three-pointers up and in. Mouse with the triple. That's the second three-pointer here for the Lisbon Broncos, as they see it back to a 3-point contest. Front court, Zemer. Nice find to Ben Nelson off the bench. Rim rattle off the iron, no good, as Anger gets his second rebound. Lisbon right-handed side with Cordero. Cordero wraparound pass to Kelson, up no. Rebound is going to be loose, and we'll see this Eventually slowing it down a little bit now for Central Cass after the rebound by Zemer. Lorenz, right-handed side. Lorenz inside the paint. Good take, high off the window, up and in for two, as Lorenz is able to find that one, as they'll continue to have it now for the Lisbon Broncos. As Lisbon, we'll see it here with Colby Mouse near sideline to Hayden Anger. Anger goes to the baseline. Kelson, three-pointer is short. Rebound comes down to Cash Lorenz, his third. Lorenz, good weave in transition, step through, and Lorenz gets fouled in the act of shooting, as Cash will make his way to the free throw line. Lorenz so far with 4 points in the game. He'll be shooting a couple more free throws. Foul assist here to Sully Kelson, his first and the team's second, as Lorenz will come onto the stripe to try to make it a 6 or 7 point lead. Free throw attempt for Cash twirls off the iron. Substitution as Lucas Christensen will check in for Easton Holland here for Central Cass. As the Squirrels trying to get to 3-0 in the region. Lisbon looking to get to 2-1 in region play with a win here tonight. Free throw attempt number 2 is off the iron, no good. Rebound is loose, and Hayden Anger able to get his third board of the contest. Broncos able to find it to Sully Kelson. We'll see this in continuation with free throws upcoming as Sully makes his way to the free throw line. As we'll get a blocking foul. It will be 2 in the act of shooting. As a foul will go up against Central Cass. It'll be their first of the contest. Christensen will pick up the foul, his first. Free throw attempt number 1 of the evening here for Lisbon is good. As Sully Kelson now with 3 points in the game, and this to try to make it a one-possession contest early in this one. As second free throw attempt here for Sully, in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Lucas Christensen. Now it's to Zemer as they push it right-hand side to Cash Lorenz. Lorenz will drive off the window, good for 2. Cash Lorenz, 6 points in the quarter so far, and that's the margin on the Bank North scoreboard. Colby Mouse, double team. Lorenz getting on the deck with Nelson. It's loose. Nelson picks it up. Right-handed scoop shot, finger roll layup. Turnover results in points here for Ben Nelson for the sophomore, as they see this one now to an 8-point lead, largest here for Central Cass. Lisbon in the front court. Here comes the double. Right-handed side. We'll see this one now to Colby Mouse. Able to work it to Gilbert. Make that jumper on the way. Three-pointer is short. Good box out on the inside for Zane Blix. And look at Blix run. Bounce pass. Lorenz with the reversal off the rim. Rebound to Cameron Cordero. Cordero up the near sideline. Able to find it. Good find. Up the floor. Up and in for 2 to Hayden Anger. Good pass in transition by Cordero. He's scoreless so far, a man that's averaging nearly 16 points per game, but able to get the assist and make an impact regardless on the pass. As they find it right-handed side, ripping it through now is Christensen. Christensen finds it to Zane, right wing. A couple of dribbles for Zemer, wraparound pass, goes to Lorenz. Lorenz taking the ball screen from Nelson. Cash leaves it. Christensen on the drive. Nothing is there as this one's on the deck. Cordero trying to find a way with it. Now to Zemer. Zemer to Lorenz. Lorenz pulls up from the parking lot. 3! Yes, sir. Cash Lorenz. How do you do? He's got 9. That's the margin on the Bank North scoreboard. Here comes a double. Kelson gives it left-handed side to Gilbert on the interior. Nice little shot fake there by Hayden Anger, and Anger lays it in for 2. As these two teams continue to trade field goals back and forth in the opening quarter, it's a 7-point contest. As they see it here for Andrew Zemer. Zemer with a couple of dribbles. As Central Cass with 10 seconds here in the quarter, got to set it up. Ball screen coming. Zemer takes it, right-handed side, taking a three-pointer. Zemer off the iron, no. Rebound comes down to Gilbert, and then we have a foul here on Central Cass. Foul assessed to Ben Nelson, his first, team second. Substitution as Blake Quall will check in, and for the Broncos, it's about a catch, dribble, and shoot situation here late in this first quarter. There's the catch. No shot, and that's how we'll end our first quarter play. Central Cass 24, Lisbon 17 on the Bank North scoreboard.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
High school basketball here today on yourliveevent.com. 24-17, the Central Cass Squirrels able to take the advantage over the Lisbon Broncos, up by 7 on the Bank North scoreboard. Cash Lorenz with 9 points here to lead the floor, while for the Lisbon Broncos, they're led by the 6 by Hayden Anger. Anger receives it right-hand side to Owen Gilbert, to the right baseline now to Anger, able to come back on top as Central Cass with this defense looking to trap out of it when they can. Broncos right-handed side with the basketball, back up top to Cordero. Cordero sees it at the left wing, able to handle this one. Jumper on the way is going to be short. Rebound will be one here to Jackson Deutsch. Deutsch will see this right-handed side as they see it to the baseline here, to the right baseline. That's going short as this one makes its way, tipped out of bounds, or will it be Lisbon Bronco basketball, as they're going to ask to see if it was tipped. Pretty much the bench immediately for Central Cass was saying that it was tipped, as it will be Central Cass basketball. So the Squirrels will see this here on the baseline with Zane Blix to inbound, as Blix will handle this for Central Cass, left wing to Cole Boer. Back up top with it, taking a couple of dribbles is Deutsch. Here goes Holland. Holland, left pocket three, up and in. Easton Holland now with 11. That's his third made three of the contest. The Central Cass Squirrels lead it by 10. As Lisbon, right-handed side, will handle the basketball as they give this one here to the baseline as it keeps going. Left-handed side, as this one goes now for the Lisbon Broncos to Hayden Anger. Back up top to Cordero as they find a nice cutting teammate up and in for two. Hayden Anger able to handle this one with 8, and another assist on the way for Cordero here for the Lisbon Broncos. Ball screen coming with this one is Zane Blix. Blix the baseline as they're able to see it to Deutsch. Deutsch up and over on the pass to Blix here for Central Cass. Blix with a couple of dribbles right wing, finds it to Deutsch. Deutsch right to the key, looking for the crossover. This one is on the deck and eventually able to get the steal as Cordero goes the other side of the floor, and this one is poked away by Blix, and a timeout here for Matt Norman. We'll break as well. Time on the floor brought to you in part by our friends at Cass County Mutual. Here in this one with 6:29 left to play in the first half.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose. That's how we're evolving healthcare, by treating people, not just patients, with innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care, guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal.
You've seen him around at the game and at the cafe. That's Ryan from Taupe Insurance, your man about town and your go-to guy for coverage that fits. From farm, crop, home, auto, and more. Ryan knows Castleton because he lives it just like you, with the service you expect. That's Taupe Insurance in Castleton with over 25 years of experience. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies at their office in Castleton, or call 701-347-4045.
Right on time. Timeout brought to you in part by Taupe Insurance. Get in touch with Ryan at 701-347-4045. As they see this right-handed side to Easton Holland. Holland at the right wing. We'll see this one now to Deutsch. Deutsch with the dribble left-handed side to Boer. He'll rise. He'll shoot. The three goes long. Rebound, and this will be a foul assessed to Central Cass. So good box on the inside with Hayden Anger as Easton Holland was going after the loose ball. Foul will be on Holland, his first and the team's first. Full court pressure defense now will be assessed to Central Cass. as Holland got a hand on it and it's batted out of bounds, and it will remain Central Cass basketball. Good-looking crowd here tonight in Castleton, and also the Lisbon faithful who have made their way. Lisbon back in action tomorrow on YourLiveEvent.com, hosting the Burros of Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Lisbon. Cordero, front court, taking a couple of dribbles. Cordero hanging, shooting, floater long. Rebound going to be won by Deutsch. Deutsch with the second loose balls. They leave it right-handed side. Able to give it back to Zane Blix here. Blix with it, step through, finds it Holland. Holland with a couple of dribbles on the interior. Able to spin. Good hand defensively by Anger. Loose ball by Deutsch. It's still loose. Deutsch on the deck with it, trying to find it, and a reach and foul. Owen Gilbert with the foul. His first, team's first. Jackson Deutsch coming in, getting a couple of rebounds here for head coach Matt Norman. As you see, Cash Lorenz and Andrew Ziemer to check into the game, as Zane Blix will check out alongside with Deutsch here for Central Cass. 5:43 to play here in the first half. Central Cass leads it by 8 on the Bank North scoreboard as the Squirrels to inbound the basketball as they see this one left wing to Andrew Ziemer. Ziemer ankle cross. Look at the spin move off the window. No, as Lorenz able to sky for the loose ball, and then there's a foul. Foul on Cordero. His first, team's second. Really good spin move on the attempt there for Ziemer. And then Lorenz able to play the loose ball and get the second chance here for Central Cass as the Squirrels. Here was Ziemer. Will inbound the basketball. Is coming out will be Kelson, and into the game Kobe Mouse, the senior guard. Ball will work its way left and inside to Boer. Boer back up top here for Central Cass to Lorenz. Lorenz crossing over left to right to the paint. Block shot here for Owen Gilbert. Gilbert with his 6'4" frame. Anger at 6'6". We'll see Sully Kelson at 6 feet. The Broncos trying to use that length to their advantage and able to get the block shot there. This one right to the key to Boer. Boer with it back to the baseline now to Ziemer. Ziemer right-handed side. Finds it back to Boer. Boer right wing three-pointer. It was halfway down. Rebound going to be one, and Cordero will handle this one. Good outlet find here for Cordero. Owen Gilbert. Gilbert right to the paint. High off the window for 2. Gilbert now with 7. And the Lisbon Broncos see this lead make its way down to 6 for Central Cass. Ziemer. Right-handed side, taking a couple of dribbles to the left-handed side as they work with the basketball. The Peterson finger roll, layup up off the iron, no, rebound out of bounds, and it will be Central Cass basketball. So the Squirrels will handle this one on the baseline with Andrew Ziemer. As Ziemer, with 34 seconds on the shot clock, inbounds it. Holland back to Ziemer here, up and over on a little flare screen to Boer. Shot fake there. Boer goes to the short corner, finds it to Holland. Holland left wing three-pointer is up off the iron. No. Rebound, though, for Ziemer. Ziemer sees it out of bounds. Last touch, and this will be off of Ziemer's ankle. Good hands defensively by Blake Quall. As Ben Nelson will come into the game for Keegan Peterson. Good ball movement, though, if you're head coach Matt Norman. You got to like that shot and that second chance look. But the Lisbon Broncos down by 7 coming into the quarter, trail it by 6. Looking to make it a one-possession game potentially here. As Anger to the paint, off the window, no. Rebound tipped by Lorenz into the hands of Holland. Here goes Holland on a one-on-one. Holland and Cordero. Holland's going to win the battle. Easton Holland, 5 in the quarter, 13 in the game, and the Squirrels lead it by 8. And we get a traveling violation for Kobe Mouse and the Lisbon Broncos as they will handle a turnover here. Game number 8 of the season for Central Cass. While for Lisbon, this is game number 9 of their campaign. A region contest for both teams as well. As the Lisbon Broncos with a win could be tied with Lisbon here in the region at 2-1. While Central Cass wants to remain atop of the region and possibly tied with Kindred at 3-0 if they can get the win. Ball makes its way to the baseline. Boer here will handle it left of the wing. Back up top as Holland taking a couple of dribbles. Hard attack, leaves it left and inside. Three-pointers up off the lip of the rim, no good. Loose ball won by Ben Nelson. Nelson sees it right wing, back up top to Lorenz. Lorenz reverse pivots. Cash probing. Good pass inside Ziemer. Ziemer wraparound, finds it to Boer. Right pocket three is up and book it. Cole Boer with the triple. Nice find there for Andrew Ziemer. That's an 11-point contest. Right wing makes its way to Hayden Anger as they reverse it left and inside to Sully Kelson. High post taking a couple of dribbles, looking for a teammate. Finds it right-handed side as they see this one to Kobe. Mouse up and over on the passes. They're looking for Owen Gilbert, and the Foul will be underneath as they were looking to front for Central Cass. Foul assessed here on the aforementioned Boer, just on the offensive side for Central Cass. Squirrels with Blaze Cotton and Lucas Christensen to return into the contest. Central Cass leads it by 11 as the Broncos will inbound this one. As they do, Lisbon able to get it into the backcourt here as they find it with Hayden Anger. Anger with a couple of dribbles as he makes his way high off the window. No, loose ball, and eventually this one will be won by Lucas Christensen on the tip. Central Cass left of the key. Zemer, crow hop off the window, good for 2. Andrew Zemer now with 7. Broncos will handle this one as they will with Kobe Mouse. Mouse front court. Right-handed side will find it to Sully. Kelson, little cradle rock, going to cut. Looking for Cordero. Good hands, and eventually there's a foul. Foul will be assessed to Andrew Zemer. So he will pick up his first, team's third. As the Broncos will take a timeout, we'll break with them. 2:48 here in the first half. It's the Central Cass Squirrels up by 13.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual. Cass County Mutual provides insurance products to all of southeastern North Dakota. Local company providing local service to all their policyholders. Visit CassCountyMutual.com. That again is CassCountyMutual.com to find an agent near you. 34-21 Central Cass with the advantage here, but the Broncos to inbound it on the baseline. Nice little give and go, if you will, but they can't make the layup opportunity after Hayden Anger had that one on the attempt. As Central Cass will see this other side to Ben Nelson. Nelson at the left wing will take the dribble as they work with it by Ben. Ben on the short corner. This one gets deflected. Cordero will come away with it. Turnover as Cordero goes the other side. Step through high off the window. Count it. And the end one. Cordero with his first field goal of the night. Foul assessed to Cash Lorenz. His first and the team's fourth. And Cordero, a 64% free throw shooter with the and one opportunity. Substitution as Easton Holland will check into the game for Central Cass as Christensen will check out. And Cordero trying to see if that one can ignite the engine, if you will, offensively in terms of scoring for Cordero. Free throw is up and in. And been able to get the offense rolling, not really forcing much here from Cam's perspective as he's been trying to be face guarded the entire time from the Squirrel perspective as they leave it right-hand side to Holland now. Holland crossing over back to Cash. Lorenz taking the screen. Lorenz dribble pullback. Jumper up off the iron. No. Loose ball. The rebound, though, goes to Blaze Cotton as they work it back. Now to the top. And set up the offense here for Zemer. Zemer right-handed side taking a couple of dribbles with under 2 minutes to play here in the half. Right wing. They find it to Blaze Cotton. Cotton looking for Lorenz. Able to see it back to Zemer. Here's Zemer with a hard charge, and he will get fouled. Andrew Zemer got just enough to get by Cordero, who picks up his second, team's third, and Zemer heads to the free throw line. Nice, efficient game again for the 6'1 sophomore. Andrew Zemer, 7 points, 3 rebounds. Able to just consistently be a guy that makes the right decision here for Matt Norman, coming in averaging 12 points per game. Misses the free throw attempt. As coming back in will be Peterson and Boer here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Free throw attempt number 2 here for Zemer is good. So Central Cass 3 of 6 from the free throw line here in the first half of play as they lead it by 11. Broncos with Cordero to the right wing. Cordero on the baseline, bounce on the pass. Three-pointer is going to go long by Kobe Mouse as they see this on the other side of the floor. Zemer, no look to Holland. There's a block shot. It's loose, and eventually Hayden Anger will come away with it as they work up the floor with Cordero. Cordero on the deck, nearly lost it. Kelson battling for it out of bounds. So it'll be last touch here off the Central Cass Squirrels. As for Central Cass, chance to reset defensively. The Broncos with 7 points in this quarter, while Central Cass, they have 11. As they inbound the basketball here with Owen Gilbert. Pass on the interior, gets deflected, and eventually the Squirrels will come away with it. Zemer right-handed side as he gets the ball back. Zemer crossing over, left to right jumper from 15. This one will go long. Rebound to Hayden Anger. As we get a warning on the way here to Jason Kunze. Or do we get a timeout, as this one will be just a warning. So no timeout, just a warning here to the bench. And the head coach of the Lisbon Broncos and Jason Kunze talking it over with the officials. So instead of a technical foul, they'll just give them the warning. Then the next one would result then in a T with 71 seconds left to play here in the first half. Broncos with the basketball here, so no timeout. Full court pressure defense. Cordero with a couple of dribbles gets by Holland as Cordero brings in the front court. Looking for a teammate. This one gets tipped by Lorenz, and it will remain Bronco basketball. This one started right on time today at 7:30 as they see this one here with Cordero. Left-handed side as it gets up top to Hayden Anger. Anger with a couple of dribbles to the baseline as they see it now to Owen Gilbert. Gilbert attacks the paint, block shot Holland. It's still loose. Kelson right-handed side to Cordero. Cordero at the right wing. Goes between the legs. Crossing over behind the back up top. This one will go to Gilbert. Able to reverse it to the baseline. Anger. Anger on the drive. There's a foul and a blocking foul. Hayden Anger to the free throw line to shoot 2. He's got 8 points and 5 rebounds. As he hits the deck hard, and they're going to take a look and make sure that he is all right, as we will come across here on this one with 41 seconds left to play. They're just going to make sure that he looks to be okay. As the Lisbon Broncos will come out here with Hayden Anger. So Anger, just as how he hit the deck, will make sure he gets a look at. Keegan Peterson picks the foul, his first and the team's 5th, and we'll see free throws upcoming as Blake Quall will check into the game. As Hayden Anger comes out, and he'll come back in on the next dead ball after just talking over with Coach Kunze, Coach Bittner, and company here for the Lisbon Broncos. So free throw here for Quall is going to go short, as they'll have to make sure that they play the possession, allow the ball to come into play, and then he can come back in and sub. As we'll see the second free throw, right-handed toss is up and in for Blake Quall. So Quall goes 1 of 2. Right-hand side goes Lorenz. Lorenz with a couple of dribbles left and inside to Peterson. Peterson left pocket 3 goes short. Loose ball. Peterson stays with it off the window. Good for 2. Keegan Peterson 2 points and 2 rebounds here for head coach Matt Norman. Full court pressure defense. Kelson, Sully. Good pass up the floor to Kobe Mouse. The baseline here. Left pocket 3 on the way for Quall is up and in. Blake Quall now with 4 points quickly for the Broncos. Big time 3 to make it a 3-possession game. Zemer sets it up. Central Cass had a chance at the end of the first quarter and another one here at the end of the second. Zemer right-hand side of Lorenz. Lorenz with the baseline. Cordero rolled the ankle. Lorenz jumper from the right baseline. Trickles off the iron, and you hope that Cam is okay as they go to the half. It's 37-28. The Central Cass Squirrels with the advantage, up by 9. They'll take a look at Cordero as we go to the intermission here on YourLiveVent.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
At the half years, we see the Central Cass Spirit squad on the floor here for their halftime performance. It's 37-28 for the Central Cass Squirrels out in front here of this one over the Lisbon Broncos. Taking a look at the first half numbers in this contest. Central Cass, one player in double digits with Easton Holland, while for the Lisbon Broncos, they have their leading scorer with Hayden Anger currently with 8 points. Central Cass, team numbers 3 of 6 from the free throw line. They've hit 5 threes. 6 players in the scoring column, while for the Lisbon Broncos, they have 6 players in the scoring column so far. They've hit 3 threes and 3 of 5 from the stripe. For Central Cass, 13 points for Holland with 2 rebounds and 3 threes. 9 points for Cash Lorenz, who's 2 of 4 from the free throw line here tonight with 4 rebounds as well. 8 points here for Andrew Zemer. 3 points for Colt Boer. 1 point for Ben Nelson and 2 points, 2 rebounds for Peterson. The Squirrels again led by Holland with 13. For the Lisbon Broncos, 8 points here for Hayden Anger with 5 rebounds, 0 of 2 from the free throw line. From there you have 7 points for Owen Gilbert, 4 here for Blake Wall with a made 3 late in the first half. 3 points here for Cameron Cordero and 2 rebounds. 3 points for Sully Kelson, 1 of 2 from the stripe. And then you have 3 points for Kobe Mouse as well. Leading the scorer here again is Hayden Anger with 8 points for the Lisbon Broncos. This is our halftime show brought to you in part by Farmers Wansley Kramer Agency. Scott and Tyler, your local small town agents for Castleton and surrounding communities. Whether it's crop and farm, home and auto, for more information, get the great rates and the local service that you expect with Scott and Tyler here in Castleton. At the half, 37-28. When we come back, we'll take a look at what happened earlier in the day in the girls basketball contest between Central Cass and Lisbon here on yourlivevent.com.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471. Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
At the Central Cass School District, excellence isn't just a goal, it's our mission by empowering individuals to make a positive impact. Central Cass School District is dedicated to providing students with an innovative curriculum supported by a variety of co-curricular activities from athletics and the arts to leadership and service, aiming to provide excellence between students, staff, family, and community. Central Cass School District, fostering student excellence by inspiring individuals to be their best.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Earlier tonight in the girls basketball contest, Central Cass able to come out victorious by a final of 81-40 as the Central Cass Squirrels now at 5-5 on the season and 2-4 in the region. 4 players in double digits led by Kinley Hogg with 23, the 15 of Severson, 10 for Keelan Flanagan, and the 10 for J.C. Verkeelen here for Central Cass. The Lisbon Broncos led by the 10 points of Brinley Differding in the loss, and Jada Nims also at 10. Bryn Wiltsey with a nice game of 7 points and 8 rebounds in the loss for the Lisbon Broncos. Also earlier tonight in girls basketball in Region 1 play, able to see the Kinder Vikings get by the Wahpeton Huskies 68-62. So a good win there for Kindred, defeating Wahpeton by 7 in girls basketball. And the Valley City Highlanders last check looked like they were going to take care of business against the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers as well. Boys basketball games again currently in action tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. Wahpeton going up against the Kindred Vikings in the boys contest, as the Kindred Vikings currently with the lead after one quarter play of 23-12 in boys basketball. That game again in Kindred with Josh O'Maris and Nick Eggman on the call. So again at the half, Kindred leads it by 11 in boys hoops. Here in Castleton, the Central Cass Squirrels led by the 13 points of Easton Holland for the Lisbon Broncos. They're led by the 8 points of Hayden Anger. That does it for our halftime show here in this one. Halftime again brought to you in part by Farmers Union Wasley and Kramer Agency. Whether it's crop to farm, commercial, or recreational, visit Farmers Union Insurance in Castleton for the great rates and local service that you expect. Get in touch with Scott and Tyler here in Castleton. Lisbon Broncos and the Central Cass Squirrels. Central Cass leads it by 9. We're back with more after this here in Castleton.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Broadcasting today from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth at Stock Growers Bank. They're your local small-town bank and big-time partner with Stock Growers Bank with their mobile app and experience at your fingertips. Get in touch with Stock Growers Bank in Lisbon, Milner, Foreman, and surrounding communities. Member FDIC, equal housing lender at Stock Growers Bank. It's the Central Cass Squirrels 37, the Lisbon Broncos 28 here as we go to the half in Castleton. For the Central Cass Squirrels, their next games will be on Saturday here against the Thompson Tommies, 11:30 JV, 1 o'clock the varsity. We'll have it for you right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Then rivalry doubleheader with the Kinder Vikings on Tuesday night. Girls at 6, the boys at 7:30 for the Lisbon Broncos. Quick turnaround tomorrow, hosting Hillsborough Central Valley in Lisbon. Then Tuesday, a doubleheader with Northern Cass in a Region 1. A doubleheader with girls and boys basketball down in Lisbon. Brent Dick will be on the call for you on that one here on YourLiveEvent.com as well. Keegan Peterson with the basketball here. Zemer with Boer, Holland, and Lorenz. Good pass on the interior for 2. Andrew Zemer up and in. He scored in every quarter, now has 10 here for Central Cass. Kelson, right-handed side, able to see this one with Kobe Mouse. Cordero trying to give it a go after rolling that ankle right before the half, as they see this one now with Anger and Gilbert as well. This one to Kobe Mouse taking the ball screen. Mouse able to reverse it right-handed side to Gilbert, now to Anger. Anger on the baseline will take a couple of dribbles hard on the interior, foul here for Keegan Peterson. Peterson with the foul, his second, team's first of the third quarter of play, and it will be Lisbon to inbound the basketball here on the baseline as they see this with Keegan Peterson. Peterson looks for a teammate, bounce pass right-handed side to Sully. Kelson up and in for two. Sully has 5 points here. Good inbounds for the Lisbon Broncos as they're back with a 9 here against Central Cass. Holland, couple of dribbles right to the paint, up and in. Easton Holland with 15 points to lead the floor. Hayden Anger weaving his way right-handed side. And here goes a Gilbert three. Owen Gilbert with 10 points, his second made triple. Broncos back with an 8. Zemer looking for the Wrens, left-handed side to Peterson. Peterson crossing over, now to Holland. Holland with the dribble, gives it to Zemer, right-hand side. Boer looking for the answer, three-pointer. That'll go long. Rebound tapped out eventually. Go in the hands of Zemer with another rebound, his fourth. Lorenz sets it up offensively. Ankle cross. Cash gets to the paint as he's able to get that one up and in for two for Cash. As Central Cass now has 3 players in double digits. Lorenz with 11. Colby Mouse will handle this one. Able to take the dribble right-handed side. It's loose. Eventually, Keegan Peterson able to come away with it up and in for two. Keegan Peterson takes the points off a turnover here for the Squirrels as they lead it by 12. Ball will work. Kelson left and inside to Owen Gilbert. Gilbert making his way, step through off the window, up and in for two. And a timeout on the floor for the head coach. That is Jason Kunze. We'll break as well at the 6-minute mark here of the quarter. 45-35. It's a timeout on the floor. We'll break as Central Cass leads it by 10.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullis & Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullis & Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance Gullis & Olson Agency.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
High school basketball here on the Bank North scoreboard. For more information on Bank North, simply check out their website. That's banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. See what values-based banking can do for you at Bank North. As Central Cass up by 10 here at the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. As Zemer will handle this one now in the front court. Zemer taking the ball screen from Holland, leaves it right-handed side, looking to wave someone through. Holland left of the key, rising three-pointer, grazes the front iron, and Cordero will come away with the loose ball. Cordero, front court. We'll see it right to the key now to Anger. Anger with it back to Gilbert here. Gilbert with a couple of dribbles, trying to get the steal as Kelson finds it to Cordero. Left wing three-pointers up and in. Cordero with the three. He's got 6, and it's back to a 7-point contest. Central Cass, Boer, right-handed side. Boer, left wing. Holland, three-pointer. That's going to go short. Rebound on the interior, and the Lisbon Broncos with Cordero will get another loose ball. They go underneath the screen. Cordero shake and bake dribble. Cordero drive kick, right-handed side. Three-pointer from the right baseline is long. Rebound here on the interior to Cole Boer. Boer finds it to Zemer. Zemer to the near side for Central Cass. Flips the pass to Lorenz. Lorenz takes the screen. Lorenz scroll hop in the paint to Boer. Three-pointer will go short off the front iron, but a board here to Keegan Peterson. And this goes on a bounce. The Squirrels will give it right back. Central Cass with the win, looking to get to 6-2 on the season, while Lisbon looking to get to 8-1 with a W here with a victory. as the Broncos trying to see if they can make this a two-possession game with a made field goal here at the right of the key. Right-handed side goes to Cordero. Cordero, little hesitation move, looking to spin, looking for the step. Right-handed scoop for two. That was smooth. Cordero now with 8. Back to a 5-point contest. Zemer with it to Boer. Boer back up top to Lorenz. Lorenz taking a couple of dribbles to Peterson. Bounce pass right-handed side to Zemer. Zemer with it, little hesitation move. Zemer throwing it up off the front iron, no. Rebound on the interior goes to Owen Gilbert. Up and over on the pass to Sully Kelson. Kelson gives it right to the key. Back up top now, it goes to Owen Gilbert. Gilbert crossing over with the pass on the inside. Good D by Holland as they're able to stay with it. Back up top, there's a steal. Zemer goes the other side of the floor with the finger roll layup for 2. Andrew Zemer, smooth as silk, now with 12. Full court pressure defense. There's the double. It's still loose. Eventually, the Broncos get it across with a second to spare as Kelson with the step, and there's a foul. Sully Kelson will shoot 2 free throws. Foul assessed here on Easton Hall in his second, team's second. And with 3:43 left to play in the third quarter, 47-40 with free throws upcoming for the Lisbon Broncos. Lisbon 3 of 5 from the free throw line here tonight. As the free throw attempt here for Sully, up and in. Substitution, Ben Nelson will come back in, also with Zane Blix here. As checking out will be Easton Holland and Cole Boer. Free throw attempts number 2 here for the Lisbon Broncos. That one's going to be up off the iron, no good. Andrew Zemer able to get the loose ball. He's got his 5th board of the contest. Zemer takes not 1 but 2 screens. Little shake and bake move as Zemer left-handed side now to Keegan Peterson. Back to left wing to Cash Lorenz. Lorenz weaving his way. Crow hop to the paint left wing. Able to see this now for the Squirrels. Back up top to Nelson. Ben with a couple of dribbles. Pops a pass to Zane Blix. Central cast right-handed side. 3-pointer for Zemer is up off the front iron. No rebound will be 1 for Ben Nelson. Nelson handles this to Peterson. Left-handed side, extra pass down to Zemer. Zemer high off the window. In and out, no good. Rebound to Owen Gilbert. Broncos down by 6. Cordero, high post, finds it on the inside of Gilbert. And Gilbert was mugged in the paint. As we see Central Cast picking up the foul. As this one will go on Zane Blix, his first, the team's 3rd. And foul will be on the floor, so not shooting as they'll handle it on the baseline here with Hayden Anger. Anger to inbound it. As they see it left and inside to Sully Kelson. Inside, Lisbon able to spin, turn, and shoot and score. Hayden Anger, he's got 10. The Broncos back within 4. Central Cast wants a timeout with 2:45 left to play in the third quarter. 47-43. Bronco faithful on their feet, down by 4.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Tope Insurance. At Tope Insurance, get in touch with Ryan in Castleton for a quote or review of your policies. Give Tope Insurance a call at 701-347-4045. That's 701-347-4045. So after the timeout here for head coach Matt Norman, both teams will have 2 remaining as the Central Cast Squirrels see that lead now trimmed to 4. After the timeout, we'll see what they drop. Lisbon will stand this man pressure defense. Right-handed side goes Zane Blix. Blix with it, able to skip it left-handed side to Zemer. Zemer finds it to Jackson Deutsch. Deutsch at the high post. Right-handed side back to Zane. Blix weaving his way around the world. Left wing as this one finally finds its hand of Cash Lorenz. Lorenz with 10 seconds. Good D by Lisbon. Lorenz crossing over to the paint. Block shot, but a foul. Owen Gilbert was able to get the block shot, but they're going to say there was some body before it, and Gilbert will pick up the foul. That'll be his second, the team's first, and free throws upcoming here for Cash Lorenz. Lorenz with 11 points is 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and free throw upcoming here for Cash. Free throw attempt is up and in. As Lorenz hits the free throw attempt. Lisbon bench was pretty much all off their feet expecting a block, and there came the whistle, and Lorenz hits free throw attempt number 1. Free throw attempt number 2 is also good. As Lorenz now with 13 points. 2:15 left to play in the third quarter, 49-43. Broncos front court with Sully Kelson. Able to have a little give and go there with Hayden Anger to the baseline. Gilbert ball fake. Bounce pass inside to Kelson. Kelson sees it, gets fouled, and count it. Kelson with the end one. Bucket is good. Jackson Deutsch will see this one. The foul, his first, team's fourth, as Deutsch was trying to get in front. Kelson had him hooked and finishes with the and one opportunity here for Sully. Sully 5 points in the quarter, looking to make it 6, able to do so. 9 points for the sophomore forward now, and it's a one-possession game. Right wing, Zemer able to skip it. Blix back to Deutsch. Deutsch right-hand side to Ben Nelson as they're working their way around. Zemer taking a couple of dribbles, curl hop in the paint. There's a foul, and Cordero will pick it up. Cordero with his third, team second, and Andrew Zemer will head to the free throw line, where he's 1 of 2 so far on the evening. As number 0, Easton Holland set to check in, and number 0, Blake Quall set to come in here for Lisbon. Free throw attempt is in. Zemer 5 points in the quarter. Cordero will check out for Lisbon. Ben Nelson will check out here for Central Cass. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming for Zemer. As he's able to hit that one, Zemer now with 6 points in the third. 5-point lead on the Bank North scoreboard as we see it to the near sideline. Lisbon using up that dribble with Quall. High post touch to Kelson. Leaves it left wing. Here goes Kobe Mouse. Extra fine left wing. Three-pointer. Good extra fine to Hayden Anger. Anger with a baker's dozen in scoring. He's got 13. It's 51-49. Holland ripping it through. Able to spin. Easton looks for a teammate. It's on the deck. Holland still loose. Eventually finds it to Blix, and a timeout here for Matt Norman. We'll break as well with 1:19 left to play in the third quarter. Timeout here for Matt Norman and the Squirrels. We're back with more after this. Full timeout on the floor.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District, from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
After the timeout on the floor, brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual. Visit CassCountyMutual.com or get into contact with Lindsey Johnson in Castleton or surrounding agents by visiting CassCountyMutual.com. After the timeout, here we'll see what Matt Norman wants to draw up as Central Cass has 2 timeouts remaining for the remainder of this contest. Holland at the right wing will jab step, give it back to now Lorenz. Lorenz inside the paint, up off the window, no. Rebound one here to Anger. As Anger brings this in the front court, right-handed son as they work it to the baseline now to Gilbert. Gilbert on the interior. It's loose underneath and a jump ball with the arrow to stay with the Lisbon Broncos. Lisbon with a chance to take the lead or tie. Last tie was at 7 apiece. We had 2 ties in this game at 2 and 7. Good half so far here for Lisbon, where they put up 21 points in the quarter compared to Central Cass's 14. Ball work left-handed side as they leave it here. Here comes a double. Quall trying to go through, and there's a foul. Foul on Zemer, and free throws upcoming as Zemer picks up his second. That'll be the team's 5th. And going to the free throw line will be Blake Quall. Quall off the bench. 4 points, 1 of 2 from the stripe, all late in the second quarter for the junior guard in Blake Quall. Squall trying to see if he can tie this one up at 51. Needs to make both in order to do so. Free throw attempts on the way for Quall, up and in. For the Broncos, 3 of 5 in the quarter from the free throw line, 6 of 10 in the game. Zane Blix will check out. Returning is Cole Boer here. Free throw attempts, number 2 for Quall. That's going to go long. Rebound. Lisbon wanted a foul on Deutsch, holding the hand. Nothing granted as Deutsch gets the rebound. The Bronco bench was expecting a foul here on Jackson. Nothing there. Cash Lorenz ankle cross drive kick. Right-handed side as they see this one to Zemer. Zemer in the paint. There's a foul. Zemer will make his way to the free throw line to shoot 2 more. Foul assist on Blake Quall, his first and the team's third. As they'll handle the free throw attempts here for Andrew Zemer. Zemer 6 points in the quarter. He's 3 of 4 from the stripe so far here tonight. Free throw opportunity is up and in. Substitution as Ben Nelson will quickly check in as Boer will check out. Also coming back in is Zane Blix as Cash Lorenz will take a quick breather. Free throw attempts number 2 on the way. As the second one is going to rim, rattle, and roll right on in there for Zemer. He's got 16 on the night. Central Cass up by 3 as the Broncos with Hayden Anger in the front court. Anger looking for Gilbert. Finds one left and inside. Gilbert taking a couple of dribbles. Slips it off on the pass now to Colby Mouse. Back to the baseline. Here goes Anger. Anger tiptoes back to Gilbert here. Gilbert up top as they working around the world. The Quall bounce pass, and there's a foul on Ben Nelson. Ben with the foul, his second. Free throws upcoming for the Broncos as Sully Kelson will head to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 10.3 left to play here in the third quarter. Free throw attempt here for Sully is up and in. Quick substitution as Lorenz and alongside with Boer will check back in. Free throw attempt number 2 off the iron. Rebound comes down to Zemer. Zemer quickly goes to the other side of the floor with 6 seconds. Zemer now with 5. Gives it to Deutsch. Deutsch to beat the horn. 3-pointer. Able to bury it. And that's how we'll end our third quarter of play. The Central Cass Squirrels 56. The Lisbon Broncos 51 as we head to quarter number 4.
If you're ready to save time, aggravation, and money, the team at Weber Insurance is here and ready to make the process as painless as possible. Weber Insurance makes sure you find the best insurance because their agency is 100% independent. They have the freedom to shop the marketplace and find the best possible combination of cost and coverage. Talk with Dan, Carol, Leslie, or Craig to get a quote started today, or go online to weberinsurance.net. Call, click, text, or stop in at Weber Insurance, locally owned in Castleton.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose. That's how we're evolving healthcare, by treating people, not just patients, with innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care. Guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal.
As we go to the final 8 minutes here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com, it's Region 1A boys basketball here in Castleton as the Central Cass Squirrels lead it by 5. Zemer with the step through inside the paint, off the iron. No rebound is to be loose, and eventually it's a battle for it, and we'll get the jump ball. Hayden Anger will see this one on the interior. He was tied up with Easton Holland. Central Cass so far in this scheme, 6 threes, 9 of 12 from the free throw line. Andrew Zemer with 16 points for the Lisbon Broncos. They're 7 of 12 from the stripe with 6 threes. Leading scorer with 13 is Hayden Anger. Now for the Lisbon Broncos, it's a matter of can you tie or possibly take the lead. The proverbial hill to climb right now for Lisbon. There's a foul on Central Cass. Zane Blix with his second. That'll be the team's first in the fourth quarter as Cordero will inbound it here on the near baseline. The Broncos in their black attire, red numerals with that Bronco logo right on the center chest as they leave it left and inside to Owen Gilbert. Gilbert with the basketball, takes a couple of dribbles, drive kick. Here goes Anger. Anger, wrap-around pass back to Gilbert. Right pocket, three, blocked shot by Holland. Taking a couple of dribbles is Gilbert here. Gilbert finds it, left and inside Anger. Three-pointer is up and in. Hayden Anger with the triple, now with a sweet 16 on the evening. His second main three, and the Broncos are back within two. Central cast to Holland. Holland will see it here. Easton looking to spin. Now flips it to Zemer. Zemer rifles it to Boer. Now to Nelson. Ben slips it to Boer here. Boer at the right short corner. Finds it back to eventually Holland. Holland steps in for the answer. Three-pointer off the iron. No. Rebound one to the Lisbon Broncos. Sully Kelson to Cordero. There's a foul on Central Cass. Foul assessed to Zemer here. Andrews third. That'll be the team's second as Cash Lorenz will check in for Central Cass. As the Lisbon Broncos will inbound the basketball here with Cordero. Broncos to tie or take the lead with the made field goal. Gilbert will see this one to Cordero. Cordero guarded by Zemer. Ankle cross, Cordero left and inside, rising. Three-pointers up off the iron, no good after the attempts here by Colby Mouse. Rebound to Ben Nelson. And Central Cass wants to push in transition. Cash Lorenz here at the top. Lorenz left to the key. He'll shoot the three. That'll go long. Rebound here to Kelson. Cordero, the near side with the basketball. As Cordero takes a couple of dribbles. Finds it, takes a little rub screen. Cordero, right wing, will skip this one now to Colby Mouse to the baseline here to Anger. Anger, three-pointer long, rebound tip to Cordero. Cordero for the lead, three, no. It's still loose. Eventually, Hayden Anger will come away with it. And the Broncos, couple of rebounds here. Can they cash it in the points? Nice little find to Cordero. Block shot by Holland, but a foul. Easton Holland will pick up the foul, his third, team's third, and three fouls early in the quarter here for Central Cass as they only have one to give before it's the bonus as Cordero makes his way to the free throw line, a 64% free throw shooter on the season. Let's see if he can make it a 1 point or possibly tie this puppy up. Free throw halfway down and out. We'll get the second attempt here for Cordero coming up momentarily. Central Cass can just never put away Lisbon. Lisbon always with an attack mode mentality. Down by 9 at the half. Cut it to 5 points here after three quarters. Free throw attempt, no on the second, but a put back up and in for Hayden Anger. The timeout for Coach Jason Kunze. Anger now with 18 points, 7 rebounds for the 6'6" junior forward, and we're tied here at 56 apiece. 5:43 left to play in the fourth quarter. Central Cass with the ball. Lisbon just tied it up here on YourLiveVent.com.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartment. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
Running a business is tough, but your accounting doesn't have to be. Let Olson Accounting check all the boxes. From taxes, payroll, business services, and professionalized financial guidance, all tailored to fit your requests. Whether you're a small business owner or just need help at tax time, trust Olson Accounting for professional, reliable service every time. Visit colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
After the timeout on the floor on the Bank North scoreboard, we're tied at 56 apiece for the Lisbon Broncos. It's a 5-0 quarter so far here for Lisbon as they tie this one up. Easton Holland, right-handed side of the timeout by Coach Jason Kunze. Both teams with 2 remaining. Ankle cross by Zemer. Zemer gets the paint off the window, up and in for 2. The sophomore has 18 points. Lisbon with Kobe Mouse guarded by Lorenz. Mouse front court, leaves it right-handed side as they give it right wing now to Owen Gilbert. Gilbert on the pass to Hayden Anger, and count it! Anger with 20 points. What a honey of a find by Owen Gilbert. And a chance to lead for Lisbon. Foul assessed here on Keegan Peterson, his third. As Central Cass now has 3 for Easton Holland, Andrew Zemer, and Keegan Peterson. 5:11 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Timeout for Matt Norman. We're back with more after this.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon is the premier building supply headquarters in southeastern North Dakota. They have it from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell. With their large inventory and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. That's rbclisbon.com. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
After the timeout on the floor, brought to you in part by Tope Insurance in Castleton. Get in contact with Ryan at Tope Insurance today by giving him a call at 701-347-4045 throughout the week. That's 701-347-4045 throughout the week at Tope Insurance. Tied here at 58 apiece. The Broncos with a chance to take the lead here for the first time in this second half. As Lisbon will handle this one with Hayden Anger. As the Broncos with a win over Valley City, a loss against Kindred so far in region play. First meeting between these two teams this season, and since it's been the inception of 3-division basketball, they played in a lot of close contests like this here tonight. The Broncos do indeed have the lead here by 1. Zemer, front court, right-handed side with the basketball, now to Lorenz. Lorenz will see it to Boer. Boer, deep three is up. That'll go long. Rebound 1 here for Keegan Peterson. Peterson back to Cash as Lorenz will set it up. Lorenz crossing over left to right, goes behind the back. Good hand defensively here by Lisbon. Ball left and inside to Zemer. Zemer able to fire it to Peterson. Keegan, jumper, 16-footer, line drive, no. Rebound to Kelson. As Sully gets his third board of the game. Broncos up the near sideline with Hayden Anger. Anger with a little hesitation move. Hayden looking for down the interior, finds Gilbert. Gilbert gets double-teamed. Anger had the hot hand. Does he have it again? No. Rebound comes down to Peterson. Keegan outlet to Holland. The Squirrels are going to take the lead with a made field goal. Open is Boer. Doesn't shoot it. Finds it to Zemer as they reverse it now to Lorenz. Lorenz with a couple of dribbles, probing, spinning, passing to Zemer. Zemer left and inside with a hard dribble to the paint. There's a foul, and it'll be 2 shots. Zemer with the lone field goal in this quarter. Here for Central Cass. Foul assessed to Sully Kelson, his second, team's first of the fourth quarter, and free throws upcoming for the Squirrels. Also a note for Central Cass with their 4 fouls. The next one will send Lisbon to the free throw line to shoot 2, as this free throw attempt is up and in by Zemer. Now Central Cass, back on January the 5th, played an overtime game here in Castleton against Wahpeton. Might we have another one here tonight with how this one is going? Zemer now with 20 to lead Central Cass in scoring. Leading the floor is the 21 of Hayden Anger for Lisbon. Gilbert to the aforementioned Anger. Anger takes the screen. Gilbert posting up on the inside on the block, and there's a foul, and Easton Holland will pick it up. Holland with the foul, his 4th, and line him up for the Lisbon Broncos, shooting 2 as Owen Gilbert will head to the free throw line. 12 points, scoring every quarter to this point except the 4th. And the Broncos with a chance to tie and possibly take the lead. Right-handed toss, gonna go long. 3:56 to play here in the fourth quarter. 2 timeouts remaining for Lisbon. You have 1 timeout remaining here for Central Cass. Free throw attempt number 2. Flick of the wrist for Gilbert is in. Gilbert now with the Baker's dozen in scoring, and we're tied at 60 apiece. Zemer near sideline to Boer. Boer left-handed side to Peterson. Now on this weave to Holland. Holland able to spin, finds it to Lorenz. Lorenz step through, finds it to Boer. Boer right wing, 3-pointer long. Good board on the interior by Anger as Anger wants to run to Sully Kelson. Kelson finds it back up top to Cordero as Cordero slows it up here for the Broncos. Cordero able to spin. Free throw line jumper is up long. Rebound here to Easton Holland. Holland, the other side of the floor, weaving his way. Finds it to Peterson. Right pocket three. Yes, sir. Keegan Peterson now is 7 and give Holland the assist. Central Cass up by 3. Cordero takes the screen as he leaves it now. Right-handed side to Owen Gilbert. Gilbert able to spin. Good step off the window. No. Rebound won by Holland. And Holland wants to do it again. Holland with the pass to Lorenz. Lorenz with an up-off. And there's a blocking foul. Cash Lorenz to the free throw line. Cordero. We'll see this here. And the foul assessed. I'm going to say that he's inside the restricted arc, so the foul here on Cordero will be his 4th, team 2nd. 2 free throws upcoming for Cash Lorenz. Lorenz with 13 points on the evening. Free throw attempt is long. As Cash is 4-7 from the free throw line. This to make it a 2-possession lead with the made free throw. Second free throw attempt is good. Lorenz now with 14 points. The Broncos looking for a made quality possession now as they bring it with Anger in the front court. Anger leaves it to the baseline to Sully. Kelson taking the pick and roll, nearly carrying. Ball left-handed side back to Anger. Taking a little screen by Gilbert. Block shot on the interior by Peterson and Holland. They both got a hand on it and eventually see this one by Zemer. As Zemer in the front court now to Holland. Holland will travel with the basketball turnover here on Central Cass. These two teams have played some nail-biters last year. Lisbon won by 2, won by 6, then Central Cass won by 3, and then Lisbon is 3-2 against Central Cass since the inception of the 3-division system. But last year, these two teams going right down to the wire and opening up their first of at least 2 this season in a similar fashion. Lisbon looking back, cut to Cordero, nothing there. Right-hand side, Gilbert open, book it! Owen Gilbert now with 16. The Broncos back within 1. Zemer near side to Holland. Holland with a hard dribble to Boer. Back up top to Lorenz. Lorenz with the pass, and there's a foul on the Broncos. Kobe Mouse with his 2nd. That'll be the team's 3rd, and with under 2 minutes to play, the Squirrels with a fresh 35 on the shot clock will inbound the basketball with Andrew Zemer. Ball gets inbounded. They leave it up top. Boer, deep 3 from the parking lot, and an out no good. Loose ball to Holland. Holland with the step off the window, no. Easton with a second chance, he gets fouled. Easton Holland just keeps working. 15.6 rebounds and 2 free throws upcoming for the 6'4" junior forward. Kelson picks the foul, his 3rd and the team's 4th, and it's bonus free throws from here on out now for both clubs. Holland to the free throw line to shoot 2 here for Central Cass. Central Cass with 2 seniors on the roster this season. As we have a quick blood here for Easton Holland, the seniors of Keegan Peterson and Riley Hansen. For the Lisbon Broncos, Jordan Bittner, Cam Cordero, Kobe Mouse, Owen Gilbert, and alongside Zane Johnson. Hoping that Jordan Bittner is going to be all right later this spring after suffering an injury during the football season. Lisbon going to host the State B Legion Baseball Tournament a little bit later on here in the summer months. As Holland getting attended to here with some blood on the jersey, so he'll be getting attended to, and Deutsch will come out to shoot the free throw attempts now for Central Cass. Jackson, first free throw attempt, no good. A 78% free throw shooter on the season, this to try to make it a 2-point game. Second one, in. Deutsch now with 4. Central Cass leads it by 2. Broncos with Anger, able to see this one. As Anger at the top, right-handed side to Cordero. Cordero will see this one. Central Cass fans chanting defense. Cordero gets walled off, looking for a teammate. Finds one to Anger. They hedge it out here. Leave it to Cordero. Cordero attacks the paint. Double team comes. Cordero right to the key. Mouse for the lead. Three-pointer is short. Rebound, Anger, and a foul underneath. And this one will be with Jackson Deutsch. Deutsch with his second. And Hayden Anger will make his way to the free throw line to shoot two, where he's 1 of 3 so far here on the evening. We feel like we've been in this similar situation in the second half with Lisbon at the line with a chance to tie or possibly take a lead, and this time it's with a chance to tie. Free throw here for Anger is good. 22 on the night for the 6'6" junior, as Holland able to return into the game. Free throw attempt number 2. As Anger makes them both. Tied at 65. Zemer, right wing, taking a screen. Up top to Holland. Holland drive, kick to Peterson. Peterson at the left wing, back to Zemer. Zemer crossing over, gets into the paint. Zemer up and over to Boer. 20 on the shot clock. Peterson up top to Holland. Holland with the jab step, looking to get by Anger. Double kick, Boer open. Stays with it here. Boer gives it back to Lorenz. Lorenz with 10 seconds. Good D by Lisbon so far. Lorenz to the paint, off the window, up and in. Cash Lorenz able to finish through some contact. He's got 16. The Broncos down by 2 with the rock. As Jason Kunze calls the timeout, here as Cordero brings in the front court, and Jason Kunze wants a timeout. Talks with Ryan Gellersons. Let's talk it over. 38.8 seconds to play in the fourth. Timeout on the floor. It's a full one. We'll break. Broncos down by 2 with the ball. We'll return on the Bank North scoreboard.
Stop. Growers Bank is proud to celebrate 125 years of service, and they built a legacy of trust and commitment to the local communities. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith can help achieve your goals and grow your business with confidence. Here's Zach Maralt on his experience.
We tried a few different lenders before purchasing our building, and we eventually ended up going to see Wyatt, who I already personally knew anyways. He made the purchasing process easy. We pretty much had an answer that day, pushed all our accounts there, and it's a great experience.
Well, another instant classic between Central Cass and Lisbon when it comes to Division A boys basketball here throughout the last couple of seasons. Going back to last year again, the Broncos won 2 games by a combined 8 points. Central Cass won 1 game by 3. And the Lisbon Broncos and the Central Cass Squirrels will have 1 timeout remaining. Timeout brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual. Most points scored this season for Lisbon, their season opener, which was 66 at Maple River in Tower City. For the Central Cass Squirrels, it's 88. But right now the Broncos don't really matter about the season high in scoring. All that matters is a chance to tie or take a lead. As Lisbon inbounds it, they see it here with Kobe Mouse back up top. Central Cass looking to reset defensively. With it, right of the key, right wing Mouse. Looking for a high-low game for the Lisbon Broncos with Hayden Anger. Back to Cordero. Cordero with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Sully sets a little rub screen. Cordero to the free throw line. Step through. Off the window for Cordero. Up and in. And we're tied. Cordero ties it at 67. Central Cass goes the other side, and Matt Norman wants a timeout with 13.1 seconds left to play. Cordero ties this puppy up. He was walled off pretty good, but Cordero able to make the field goal and get into double digits and be the 4th Bronco in double digits tonight. Tied up at 67 apiece. A win for Central Cass would improve them to 3-0 in the region. A win tonight for the Lisbon Broncos would improve them to 2-1 on the year. Timeout brought to you in part by Tope Insurance. This has been a really quality basketball game between these two teams, getting up and down the floor here this evening, and able to see this one possibly continue into an overtime session. Out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. Fargo Oak Grove goes to Valley City and dismantles the Highliners 88-61 here this evening in Division A boys basketball. Devils Lake over to Lax Burlington 55-41. And Beulah able to defeat Killdeer 69-27. That game, again, has gone final out in Kindred. Going to the fourth quarter, the Vikings lead the Wahpeton Huskies 55-38 going into the fourth quarter. Time on the floor again, brought to you in part by Taupe Insurance. Central Cass with Easton Holland to inbound the basketball as Kelson was trying to get in front of Zemer. Again, a foul puts Central Cass to the free throw line to shoot two. So as they inbound it, Zemer will see this one here at the top. Zemer takes a screen by Lorenz. Zemer to the baseline, back to Cash. Cash with 5, Cash with 3, Cash with 2. Off the window, no. Rebound, Holland. He gets stripped. Cordero for the lead, and that will go into the overtime session. Tied at 67, 16 points in the quarter for the Lisbon Broncos and 11 here for Central Cass. Let's play another 4 minutes tonight here in Castleton, tied at 67 apiece.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting section, and check out their different paint mixing options from Benjamin Moore, Clark and Kensington, and Royal. From their grills to Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to the Customer Laser Engraving Center. Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware. As we head to overtime here on YourLiveEvent.com. As the Lisbon Broncos and the Central Cass Squirrels. We'll see this one tipped, and it will be Central Cass basketball. Leading scores for both teams, Hayden Anger with 23 on the night, 16 here for Owen Gilbert for the Broncos. Central Cass led by the 20 points of Andrew Zemer and the 16 for Cash Lorenz. As they find this one now for Andrew Zemer. Man pressure defense by Lisbon. That's what it's been throughout. Keegan Peterson, right wing. Peterson, they come up top. Here goes Lorenz. 3! Up and in! Cash Lorenz with 19 points. His second 3 of the night. Good offensive set for Matt Norman on the timeout. Ball goes left hand side. Answer 3 for Colby Mouse. No. Rebound loose. On the inside goes Gilbert. Now to Cordero. Cordero to Hayden Anger. Anger trying to get by Zemer. Left-handed side as they work it up top to Cordero. Cordero will handle this one. Goes between the legs. Couple of dribbles. Drive kick to Sully. Kelson step through in the paint. Off the window. Up and in for 2. Sully Kelson has 12 points in a very workmanlike game here for the sophomore forward. Up top to Easton Holland. Holland with the basketball here at the high post. Holland will see it back to Cash. Lorenz rips it through, and there's a foul, and we'll see free throws. Kobe Mouse with his third. And again, from here on out, it's bonus for both of these teams as Lorenz still line to shoot 2. Cash, the junior guard, to the stripe. They're trying to increase this Central Cass lead. Very busy night here in Castleton with the girls doubleheader. Boys had a wrestling duel with Breckenridge Wahpeton. The Crush free throw will go along as Cash Lorenz will have a second chance at this one as the crowd came to a hush. Second free throw here for Cash, trying to get to 20 points on the night. Up and in. So Lorenz has 20. It's a 2-point game. Cordero in the front court, guarded here by Zemer. Man pressure defense. Cordero Zemer walls him up. Now it goes to Anger. Anger trying to get by Holland. Right-hand side to Sully. Kelson to the right block. Double team comes to Anger for the lead. Right pocket three. That'll go long. Rebound won by Lorenz. And a foul here for Kobe Mouse. Mouse with the foul, his fourth. Lorenz with a good box out. And he'll be rewarded with more free throws. As Cash to the free throw line with 2:36 left on the Bank North scoreboard here in this overtime session. We go with Central Cass, winners of 3 out of 4 coming in. But they played a lot of close games as well for Central Cass here. Free throw, good for Lorenz. Lost by 2 at 4, wins Minnewacan. 1 by 4 in overtime against the Wampington Huskies. Free throw number 2. Off the iron, rebound comes down to Gilbert. And the Lisbon Broncos trying to make it a 1-point or tie this one up. Cordero left and inside to Sully. Kelson finds it to Gilbert. Gilbert rips it through to Cordero. Cordero finds it to Kobe Mouse, able to reverse it left and inside Gilbert. Coming off the screen is Anger. Anger finds it to Cordero. Good ball movement, but better D so far here by Central Cass. Cordero rising, 18-footer, swirls out, rebound here to Lorenz. Cash like a moth to the flame here in this overtime session. The ball just finding him as Zemer will see this one to Peterson, right-handed side. Peterson takes the screen, able to find it on the flare to Zemer. Zemer at the left wing. Little hesitation move, step through. Zemer off the backboard, but can't get it to go. Good move and a rebound here by Hayden Anger. Anger and the Broncos will call a timeout for head coach Jason Kunze. 1:40 left to play in this overtime session. Lisbon down by 3 with the ball when we return.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Make sure you patronize all of our sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to bring you high school athletics here throughout the season on YourLiveEvent.com. A very fun time of the year. The girls' Store Hog Wrestling Tournament this weekend in Lisbon. Next weekend, it'll be the boys' Store Hog. We have Letterman's here this past weekend in Castleton. Fun time when it comes to the wrestling mat. Fun time when it comes to the hoop season. As you work your way through the dog days of January for high school basketball, the postseason is nearing ever so closer, slowly but surely. 72-69, Lisbon with the ball. Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. The arrow will favor Lisbon on the next jump ball. After the timeout, we'll see what Coach Jason Kunze draws up here. Right-handed side to Gilbert, now to Anger. Anger takes the screen as they work with it on the interior. Double team comes back to Anger. Anger tiptoes the M-line, finds it to Gilbert. Extra pass, good hand by Zemer, as Sully was open at the top of the key. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Now to Cordero. They take the screen for the tie. 3-pointer by Cordero. No. Rebound by Holland on the inside. And Holland able to find it now to Zemer. Broncos need to stop a field goal here to maybe put it away for Central Cass. As Squirrels looking to milk some time, up by 3 right now as they drop a set. Holland at the right wing. Holland finds it to Zemer. Zemer crossing over left to right, ankle cross to the paint, up no. Rebound Peterson, put back, yes! Keegan Peterson now with 9 as the Broncos got to work quickly but efficiently. Cordero gets walled off by Zemer near sideline as they work with Sully. Kelson at the right wing takes a couple of dribbles here. Good spin, step, sees it, Peterson block. Rebound comes down to Anger and count it! Keegan Peterson with the foul and Anger with the end one. He's got 25 on the evening, a chance to make it 26 for the Broncos. Anger, free throw attempts on the way, up and in. Timeout here for Jason Kunze, the final one with 31.7 seconds left to play. And we'll see what the defensive philosophy is for the Broncos when we return down by 2 here in the overtime session.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
In the overtime session, Central Cass 74, the Lisbon Broncos 72 here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Timeout brought to you in part by Taupe Insurance here in Castleton. Out-of-town scoreboard. Kindred up by 13 with under 3 minutes to play in their game with the Wahpeton Huskies. So the Kindred Vikings looking like they'll find a way to get to 3-0 in the region with the win. Central Cass would tie them at 3-0 with a region win here tonight. If Lisbon wins, they would improve to 2-1, and the Squirrels and the Broncos would be tied in region standings early on. Full court pressure defense. Lisbon looking for a steal or a jump ball. The arrow favors the Broncos. Don't have to foul right away, but looking for a trap. Holland will see it, and pretty much you're looking for that first steal if you can get it. And once it got in the front court, Kelson immediately followed Holland. So Sully will pick up his fourth, and Holland to the free throw line to shoot two. First free throw attempts for the junior forward here tonight. Holland, a 72% free throw shooter on the season. First one on the way here for Easton. Foul attempt, up and in. Now is 16. This to make it a two-possession game. Second one. Gonna go long, rebound tipped. Eventually Peterson will come away with it. Keegan sees this one on the interior, and we get a jump, or do we get a timeout? Timeout awarded here to Matt Norman and the Central Cass Squirrels with 23.1 seconds to play. Timeout on the floor, and it's a full one at that. Central Cass with the ball with the final 23.3 seconds to play. When we return, both teams out of timeouts here in this overtime session.
While medicine's greatest advancements look like the latest sci-fi, one of our most powerful tools is far more simple, more human. It's a calling to connect with purpose. That's how we're evolving healthcare, by treating people, not just patients, with innovations that amplify healing and lead to more personalized care, guided by the belief we all hold the power to heal.
Broncos are right back on the horse, so to speak, tomorrow as they go up against the Boroughs of Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Lisbon. We'll have that for you right here on yourliveevent.com. Both teams after today will play two games over the next couple of days, where Lisbon will have home games against Hillsborough, Central Valley tomorrow, then hosting Northern Cass with a doubleheader on Tuesday. Central Cass with a little matinee afternoon basketball game on Saturday against Thompson here in Castleton, varsity at 1 o'clock. And then Tuesday, a doubleheader with the Kindred Vikings girls at 6, with the boys to follow at 7:30 here on yourliveevent.com. So after the timeout, ball gets inbounded to Holland. There's a foul quickly as Sully will pick up the foul, and Kelson will foul out. Sully will finish with 12 points in the game. Goes 3 of 5 from the foul line with a handful of rebounds here. And we'll see Easton Holland to the line to shoot 2. Holland just split the pair moments ago, so they'll have 5 fouls. Again, Sully Kelson, so he will foul out. The Broncos, we'll see who head coach Jason Kunze brings in his place as he takes a look at the bench, and he will bring on Blake Quall here. Quall with 5 points and a made three-pointer. As Holland goes to the free throw line, looking at least make one to make it a two-possession game. Easton hits the first. Now with 17 points. Neither team can stop the clock from here on out with a timeout. So the Broncos got to score quickly, got to score before the 5 seconds left in this overtime session as Holland goes 2 for 2 from the line. Big free throws for Easton. He's got 18. Cordero quickly up the other side of the floor. Hesitation move. Ball's on the deck, and Zemer comes away with a steal, and Zemer will hold on to it. And Zemer was ready for the crossover, and he will head to the free throw line. Andrew Zemer here tonight with 20 points, 7 of 8 from the line, and he will shoot 2. The Lisbon Broncos with 14 seconds to play, down by 5. Free throw is short. Second one on the way here for Zemer. Game that started back at 7:30 tonight. Free throw attempt number 2 is short as well. Rebound comes down the Broncos. Lisbon here with Anger. Anger, left wing three-pointer is up off the backboard. No. Loose ball goes to Boer. Boer will see it, and a jump ball with the arrow to stay with the Lisbon Broncos. So 4.8 to play, but again, all that Central Cass has to do is play smart defense, not foul. As Lisbon will inbound it quickly. They'll find it to Anger. 2 seconds to the baseline to Cordero. Three-pointer is up and off the rim, and that's how we'll end this basketball game. In the overtime session, 77-72, the Central Cass Squirrels pick up the win here tonight, and in doing so, improved to 3-0 in the region. Well, for the Lisbon Broncos, they will drop to 1-2 in region play. Central Cass here tonight led by the 21 points of Cash Lorenz, 20 here for Zemer, while for the Lisbon Broncos, they were led in the scoring column by the 26 of Hayden Anger. Quick timeout. We're back with our post-game show coming up next here in Castleton.
You've seen him around at the game and at the cafe. That's Ryan from Tope Insurance, your man about town and your go-to guy for coverage that fits. From farm, crop, home, auto, and more. Ryan knows Castleton because he lives it just like you with the service you expect. That's Tope Insurance in Castleton with over 25 years of experience. Visit with Tope Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies at their office in Castleton or call 701-347-4045.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Good basketball game here tonight as the Central Cass Squirrels now 3-0 in Region 1 play with the win as the Lisbon Broncos drop to 1-2. 7-2 now on the season for Lisbon. Central Cass improves to 6-2 on the year. As we get to our final numbers here in this game, team numbers 17-27 from the free throw line for Central Cass. They hit 8 3-pointers in this one, and they would eventually have 7 players in the scoring column. For the Lisbon Broncos, they would go 12 of 20 from the free throw line with 8 threes. 5 players make that 6 players in the scoring column here for the Lisbon Broncos. Individually, Central Cass led by the 21 of Cash Lorenz. Lorenz with a couple of threes, 6 rebounds. Lorenz with 21, 20 points for Andrew Zemer. Zemer also had about 6 rebounds in the game here tonight. 18 points for Easton Holland with 7 boards. From there, 9 points for Keegan Peterson. A big 3-pointer in the fourth quarter as well. 4 points here for Jackson Deutsch off the bench of 4 rebounds. 3 points for Cole Boer, and 2 points, 3 boards for Ben Nelson. For Jason Kunze and the Lisbon Broncos, Hayden Anger had himself a well of a performance, a double-double, 26 and 10 here tonight. Here for Hayden Anger, 16 for Owen Gilbert, 10 points in the way for Cordero. He also had 12 points for Sully Kelson with 12. 5 points in the way for Blake Quall and 3 points for Kobe Mouse. It's now time to get to our players of the game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That is Enbridge.com. For Central Cass, you can give it to one of three players with Holland, Lorenz, and Zemer here on the night. Kind of the three amigos, if you will, as they score 59 of the 77 points here this evening between Holland, Lorenz, and Zemer, and at different times each played well when needed to throughout the course of this game. And then for the Lisbon Broncos, it would be Hayden Anger again with 26 points and 10 rebounds here for the junior. Those players are players of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. We go from there to our Agassi Precision Egg Play the Contest, and the difference in this one in the fourth, in the overtime session, a little bit from the free throw line gets misleading because Lisbon had to foul late, but the three-pointer by Cash Lorenz to start the overtime session here, and Central Cass then would play with the lead throughout the overtime session. That three by Cash Lorenz propelled Central Cass to take an early lead at 70-67 in the OT session, and that three-pointer was a good little shot in the arm. Is our play of the game, brought to you in part by Agassi, your local precision planting dealer. Get ready for the upcoming spring planting season by getting in contact with Agassi Precision Egg in Hillsboro. Check out their website at planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com at Agassi Precision Egg. So that's your finals here tonight, as well as we take a look here at your out-of-town scoreboard one more time and kind of update you on the region standings here in boys basketball, as well as the Kindred Vikings and the Wahpeton Huskies playing tonight. And that game has officially gone to final here this evening, in which Kindred does pick up the victory 70-61. So Wahpeton with a good fight this evening, but Kindred with the win 70-61 improves to now 3-0 on the season in region play. Wahpeton drops to 2-3. And from there, you also had a game that went final with Oak Grove defeating the Valley City Highliners 88-61. So the Grovers now 3-1. Valley City 0-4. And the Lisbon Broncos find themselves 1-2. So the Region 1 standings now tied for first. Central Cass and Kindred at 3-0. Oak Grove sits at 3-1, followed by Lisbon and Wahpeton, with Wahpeton at 2-3, Lisbon at 1-2. You have Northern Cass at 1-3, and Valley City sits at 0-4. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll recap what happened in the girls' game, get to our finals in this one, that and more again here today as Central Cass winners in overtime.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
As we come back here, taking a look at what happened earlier tonight in the girls' basketball contest, Valley City defeats Oak Grove and improves to 6-0 in the region. Kindred over Wahpeton here tonight with a 68-61 win for the Kindred Vikings. And in girls basketball earlier, a 81-40 win for the Central Cass Squirrels over the Lisbon Broncos. So the Region 1 standings in girls basketball, Valley City at 6-0 in the region. Wahpeton and Kindred right behind them, with Kindred at 4-1, Wahpeton at 4-2. Oak Grove now at 3-3 in region play. Central Cass at 2-4, Northern Cass 1-4, and the Lisbon Broncos at 0-6. So that's what happened earlier today here in girls basketball. We'll take a quick. We'll hear from the head coach Matt Norman before we sign off here tonight from Castleton. Again, the Central Cass Squirrels pick up the win behind three players with 18 or more. Lorenz with 21, Zemer with 20, 18 for Hall, and Anger again leads the floor with 26 for Lisbon. Back with more after this here in Castleton.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471. Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
As we come back on the postgame show, join us, Cash Lorenz. Cash, we said that three-pointer to start the overtime session was a nice little shot in the arm on that particular one to play with the lead. Just what was the message from Matt Norman going into the overtime session, knowing that this game kind of was back and forth throughout in that second half?
I mean, yeah, Coach drew up a play. We're all familiar with it. Got off a couple screens. Teammate found me. Hit it. It was big going in overtime.
What does it say about this team to claw with a couple of games in region play at home in overtime with Wahpeton, about a week and a half ago, and here tonight against Lisbon to get to 3-0 in the region?
Yeah, it's really fun to play these tight games. I think it's really going to be good for us come to the postseason. But right now it's good to battle through these tight games and just come out with a win.
What did you see from a couple teammates? Let's talk about Andrew Zemer, who kind of said smooth as silk at times throughout the course of a game. 20 points, got the offense going when needed. A really good steal there late in the fourth quarter against Cordero to kind of, in overtime, to kind of put the game away. What did you just see from his performance?
I mean, absolutely. Zeem is an absolute dog. He's going to get downhill, kick it out. No one's open. He's finishing. He's defending everyone. I love playing with that kid.
What's the one thing you've liked about the team now, 8 games in here, as we move forward, Cash, going forward, as you got the Thompsons, the Kindreds, and then finally we get to the midway point of the season for this team?
Yeah, this is going to be a big stretch for us. We got some tough games coming up. We got to fight through just like we have been doing, and it should be fun. It should be a fun season.
What are you most looking forward to? I mean, 3 games in about 6 days as a player, that's got to be fun, right?
Yeah, always amazing.
Should be good. Cash, congratulations again. Best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
Cash Lorenz with us here. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll hear from the head coach. That is Matt Norman.
At the Central Cass School District, excellence isn't just a goal. It's our mission by empowering individuals to make a positive impact. Central Cass School District is dedicated to providing students with an innovative curriculum supported by a variety of co-curricular activities from athletics and the arts to leadership and service, aiming to provide excellence between students, staff, family, and community. Central Cass School District, fostering student excellence by inspiring individuals to be their best.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yield and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As we come back here, join us, as I kind of joked with Jay Bachman, must be Men in Black night, because black as well, with head coach Matt Norman for the Central Cass Squirrels. Matt, talking to you to start the season, you said, we got experience, but we're still young, we're still learning, but we want to mature, and we want to find ways to just continue to develop this thing before you get to March. Yeah. What is another overtime game like this, where there's some good stretches, I'm sure some stretches where you can work on tomorrow, practicing, but coming out with a region win and getting to 3-0 on the region?
Well, first off, anytime we can get a win against the Lisbon team, it's something we celebrate. We really struggle with Lisbon. They work hard. Their effort is just unquestioned. They do such a nice job getting their boys ready to play. And so you're right. There were some moments here tonight which were huge. Keegan had some great athletic plays at the end of the game, secure a couple rebounds, secure the tip to go into overtime, and so that was huge. And we've got to thrive in those moments, and we've got to take these wins and celebrate them. But there is a lot to kind of go back on, and we just have to grow.
And you got another home game coming up here Saturday against Thompson, one against Kindred on Tuesday. Guess what's the one thing, though, that you've liked from your team getting 3 wins early on this season and putting yourself in a nice spot in the region, at 3-0 in region play?
They're proving that they can win close games. Last year, that was something that we didn't do consistently. This year, we're taking that step in the right direction. But we really, really, really have to string together 4 good quarters, especially against quality teams in Thompson and Kindred, if we want to be able to go out there with a win.
Cash Lorenz hits that 3-pointer. I said at different times, Easton Holland, Andrew Zemer, Cash Lorenz all impacted the games in different ways throughout this one. But what did you see from Cash to get that 3 early in the overtime session to then play with a lead throughout that overtime session?
That was huge. The fact that we could get up a little bit, it just let us take a breath a little bit. Cash did a good job reading the screen, able to get his feet set and get one underneath him. And if Cash's feet are set, the ball's it's going to go up, and he's going to make it more times than he's going to miss it. And we're blessed to have him. We're blessed to have Zeem and Easton. They both did a great job, But we had Cole Brewer with a huge rebound towards the end. I already mentioned Keegan. We've just done. We need everybody. If we're going to keep putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, that 3-pointer by Keegan late in the fourth quarter was monstrous. The last thing that I'll ask you, what is it when you two play each other? Lisbon and Central Cass, 6 meetings in Division A, 3 wins for Central Cass, 3 wins for Lisbon. The last 4 have all been within single digits, and they've been nail-biters. What is it when these two teams match up here, Matt?
I don't know. Honestly, it's something that I lose sleep over. We go in and we feel like we have a good game plan. I think we get punched in the mouth. And they were maybe close in the end, but man, last year, first time we played them, they went up 18. They did the same thing here the first time they played us at home last year. They can be explosive and they score in bunches. And so we have to tip our hat to them. We gotta clean our game up, but I'm thankful we don't play them again here for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Matt, congratulations. We'll speak on Saturday ahead of the Thompson game.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And again, Matt Norman, head coach for the Central Cass Squirrels. Squirrels able to take it in both the girls and the boys games. Thank you so much for tuning in. Join us for more high school sports tomorrow night and throughout the weekend here on YourLiveEvent.com. I'm Chase Miller. Enjoy the rest of your night.